This is the Northwest Comic Show.
Brought to you by Northwest Comic Fest on August 15th and 16th of 2015 in the Salem Convention Center. The greatest event ever.
The Northwest Comic Show is also brought to you by the Soup Shack, downtown in the Reed. What it's about is pop culture, geek culture, comics, things like that. We're doing this show, and it's part of a bigger entity, which is like the Northwest Comic Fest, which is this huge, not only a convention, but a festival with all sorts of movies and music, and it's going to be amazing. And on the show today, though, in reference to pop culture, we have a comedian named John Mink. That's him, yeah.
That's me.
Yeah, and in addition to John Mink, we also have the legendary drummer Ivan Prume. He's spectacular, but we'll get to him after we talk to John for a couple minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you want to know?
Well, how are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good.
Good.
It's Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just got back to Salem.
Yeah, I went to New York for 2 weeks.
Why?
To
Why'd you
do
do
some stand-up comedy. Check it out.
Okay.
Waste all my money.
Yeah?
And basically do a run-through, see if I could do it there. And turns out I think I can, you know, kind of thing.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So you went there, you checked out the comedy, and you've decided that I can do comedy here.
Yeah, actually, after doing 2 or 3 shows, it became apparent, and after talking to some other of the New York locals and whatnot, that I would fit right in, apparently.
Yeah, because you're so, like, here in Salem, you're considered, like, blunt.
Overly offensive is the term usually used.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I wanted you on the show.
Yeah. This very kid-friendly show.
Yeah. But, so yeah, you're very, no nonsense.
Yeah, I guess I tend to push the boundaries a little bit. I don't think so, but everyone else in Salem, Oregon tends to think so.
You get punched sometimes.
Yeah, I got punched in New York.
Yeah.
I've been punched 3 times this year, 2015 so far.
Nice.
On stage, every one of them on stage.
That's awesome. Yeah. Let's
I
give
think
a round
it's great.
of applause.
Yeah, that's an accomplishment.
Yeah.
I mean, I must be saying something right.
Yeah. Now, is it increasing as the years go on? Are you learning anything?
I didn't think it would happen in New York, although it was St. Paddy's Day, and there tends to be a lot of Irish people in New York City.
Sure.
And one guy came up and said, "Give me the microphone." And,
nice.
And I, in other words, but I basically said, "Kick rocks, you mother-loving potato head."
Yeah.
And then he hauled off and hit me. And just out of sheer reaction, I hit him back.
Okay.
He went down into the crowd on a table, which...
Success!
I didn't even know what to say at that point. I thought it was funny.
Yeah.
But then he stood up and goes, "What kind of beer do you like?" And I told him, and he said, "Coors is not allowed, you know,
sure.
east of Colorado."
Okay.
And so he gave me a Miller, and now we're Facebook friends. And,
That's awesome.
it was a success.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
He hit me really hard, too.
Oh.
So then the next 3 shows, I had to explain why my face was swollen with a big blue eye. And I had to explain it wasn't a prop.
Yeah, well, it's good that everyone gives you reasons to explain yourself.
Yeah. I guess so. But like we were just talking about earlier, anything I say, this is a little loophole, guys, if you wanted to start doing comedy. If you're a comedian, you can say anything, and if it doesn't go over well, just go, "Well, you just don't get it."
Yeah.
Works every time. Might get punched, but it works every time.
It's over their head, you know.
Yeah.
You're a comedian.
Yeah.
They don't understand. You're misunderstood.
That's right.
Yeah, that's fair.
They're not cultured enough.
They don't get it.
You know.
Yeah. So anyway.
Yeah.
So it was an Irish. It was St. Patrick's Day when you got hit.
Yeah, and
Now, are you Irish?
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm a big mutt.
Yeah.
Just big European mutt.
I was gonna say you got one of those like
I got
punch
the
me
Neanderthal
looks on
brow,
your
you know?
yeah.
Yeah.
You got like a punch me face. So.
Thanks. That's what I've been going for.
I'm kidding. You don't.
I don't care.
Maybe you do.
Just don't
maybe
hit
you
me.
don't. I don't know. Yeah, no, I'm not going to because you. Sounds like you hit back. So that's
Not usually.
okay.
I usually have to say, "Hey." my lawyer's coming after you, man, you know.
Oh.
It's usually everyone else grabs them before anything else happens.
Yeah.
And a lot of times...
In New York, they were all, let's do this.
Yeah, that guy, he was looking for it. I don't know, but...
all right, well, we don't condone violence on the show.
No. But he also said
no.
he didn't realize that I'm actually 6'5". It wasn't the stage helping me be that height.
And then he saw you and he's like...
And, yeah, he hit me, and then... Yeah. So,
but
I won.
People should really use their words to solve their problems and their thoughts, because it's really just misunderstood feelings and emotions. And,
all that pent-up anger. You know, Daddy didn't hug me enough, whatever.
Yeah, that's I was going to ask that. You're a comedian.
Yeah.
So does that mean that you're like, what kind of leads in your background in life? What leads someone into comedy?
Well, with me, my whole family is insanely loud and very blunt and to the point.
Wow.
Yeah, I got nothing on some of my relatives, and so Thanksgiving is amazing.
Okay.
But it's in no way did I have a bad childhood. You know, there's a lot of people that say, "Oh, you're a damaged soul" or whatever. No, it's just kind of the way we are.
Yeah, and like, we're loud. We want to have fun.
Yeah, I want to have fun, and I grew up watching comedy. My whole family loves stand-up, and so we always just, Friday night we'd sit around, bowl popcorn, and watch. I shouldn't say Lenny Bruce because that wasn't really appropriate for a 9-year-old to see, but.
But you watched it.
But I watched it, yeah.
There we go.
I did my homework throughout my lifetime of stand-up. So.
Good. Well, it sounds like you're doing well as a result of your homework.
Decently. I could be paid better. But,
sure.
Who else can't say that around here?
Yeah.
You probably have the same feelings.
I don't get paid.
Yeah.
I'm just hanging out.
I get punched and I get paid more. See, you got to work in the loopholes, man.
That makes sense. Like if you get hit, just like, oh, I got hit.
It's in my contract.
Throw in another 10 or 15 bucks at least. Okay. Well, so let me see. Do you have like brothers, sisters?
Yeah, I have a younger, bigger brother. Kind of a weird story. My grandma would take care of us after school. My parents worked, had very serious careers, and so my grandma and grandpa took care of us. And she would always say, "Don't pick on your brother. One day he'll be bigger than you." And yeah, I'm 6'5", he's 6'7", 6'8".
Oh no.
And yeah, we don't condone violence on this show, but he gave me a talking to recently.
Yeah.
Yeah, wrastled. That's what Grandma would say too, man. She's from Oklahoma. Like, quit your wrestling.
Yeah.
I
love grandmas.
My grandma's great.
Yeah. Grandmas are wonderful.
Yeah. She wrestles too.
Yeah?
She would take on both of us when we were kids.
All right. Well, now.
Fair enough.
I believe you because you said that. So, now, has anything happened socially that helps with comedy? Like, what kind of social, just social?
I didn't do a lot of studying in college.
Okay.
And so you can fill in the blanks wherever you want with that.
Sure.
But that whole kind of lifestyle kind of is conducive for comedy.
That's awesome. So you did things that were like maybe the opposite of studying, and then you're like, this feels good, I'm going to keep going with fun, because that's...
Yeah. I didn't pay for, an education. I paid for an experience, I guess.
Good.
And so 7 years later, I'm not a doctor and unemployed comedian. So.
All right. Well, you know what's cool about all of that is that you did that, and it showed you what you want to do with your life.
Yeah, I had a full, well-rounded experience in college. And don't get me wrong, I learned a lot in school when I was there.
Yeah.
But
so you got money's worth out of it, for sure.
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
So bars tend to help. Going to the bars, there's always somebody in there who's got something really... Yeah, they're silly. A lot of lovely things to say.
Yeah.
And I don't know, you just end up around a lot of storytelling type of people.
That's what I mean, like social situations and stuff. How do those things inspire comedy? Or even like things going on in our culture today, or politics, you could say.
Oh, okay. I definitely have homework days where like today being Friday, I don't do anything. But Monday, I'll recap the week's news cycle.
Okay.
And go through and write something that may be funny or whatever really irritates me, which is quite often.
That's right.
And so
The comedy is about what irritates you.
some people, yeah, I don't know. I tend to just be a ranting lunatic. So
I like it. I've seen
some
it.
people like it, some people like to
That's
hit
why
me.
I said to myself, I have to have John on the show. Now, what I want to ask you is, where can other people see your work?
Is it time to plug? Okay.
Yeah.
My website, johnmink.net, because there's an architect in San Diego who has .com, and he won't release it for more than or less than $2,000.
Well.
So his name is John Mink as well.
Okay.
I thought I was an original copy.
I know John sounds original. I haven't
Yeah.
heard that one.
Yeah, I know, right? Well,
So
yeah, I'm johnmink.net.
Okay.
And JOHN, the proper biblical version. And
okay.
that's where I announce my shows. I have a tech guy and a manager.
So
dude,
that's your,
basically do all
for
that.
more
So
information, go to...
yeah, for more information, I have some merchandise. You could please help a poor man out.
Okay.
And you get some...
Well, for more, yeah, so public access. So for more information about getting merchandise, they can go to the website. Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And your shows.
And my shows. And I will still be performing around Salem bi-weekly, probably.
Okay.
And in Portland, maybe a couple more trips to Seattle. I don't know. But
Yeah. How long do you have here before you're in New York?
About 3 months.
3 months.
Yeah.
Okay, keep me posted because I want to go.
Okay. Will do.
Yeah. In fact, if you're going up to Portland or something to do a set, yeah, maybe we could carpool or something. I'll check it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If any of you guys have issues with Portland, so do I. Come to one of those shows. It'll be fun.
Because you talk about Portland.
A lot about Portland. Portland's
Yeah.
ridiculous. They think it's a fairy tale place. And like vegan strip clubs. I don't
know anything about. I don't know what that. Yeah.
That's just the tip of the iceberg, man.
That's the tip of the iceberg. All right.
So
I love all people. And
I do too.
you know what we're going to do now is we're going to go to a drum performance by Ivan Prume.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna be kick-ass.
All right. Let's check that out. All right, Ivan, let's give it up again for Ivan. That was some epic, epic, yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
When you do that,
I appreciate it.
then on the inside of my stomach area, it just feels all like wow. It feels that way.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
So
I think that's good.
You have like helps your digestion.
Yeah, yeah, it totally
Helps
does.
move
It,
stuff.
because of the bass and everything, it pushes, it
Wah, 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 wah.
bounces and everything.
Yeah, there's a
goes
little
down.
bit of that dubstep thing. I just wanted to squeeze it in there because it's something I enjoy.
Good, my wife and I like that kind of
Yeah,
music.
cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Excellent. Okay.
Yeah, it's something I wrote like I don't know, about 6 months ago or something like that, maybe a year ago.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a new piece. There's gonna be a few more,
Good.
definitely.
Yeah. I mean, it's very. The word that would be appropriate would be epic. It's very epic
Well, thank
sounding.
you.
I would think. Yeah.
I hate that word, but I agree.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys.
Yeah. Well, now drumming. How did that start for you? I'd like to.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, drumming began as young as I can remember. I always enjoyed just beating on things. I was raised in a rough environment in Brooklyn, New York.
Okay.
And I used to just get my ass beat, left and right on the neighborhood kids and the bullies. And when I found drumming, it allowed me to just unleash the energy,
Okay.
rather than contributing to violence.
Sure.
I was offered to join gangs, but I turned them down because I just wasn't interested in that kind of thing. I just didn't feel like I belonged there.
Well, clearly, it seems like you went to drumming instead of gangs and things, and that became more productive in a very positive manner.
It's a good way to just release that energy, like when you just have that built up, and either you could just take it out of violence, or it's better to, I think, put it into
Yeah.
creative
From the
energy,
video that we saw, we could really see that you put a lot of energy,
Yeah.
full body energy into that.
Did it really look that way?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, John.
So you kind of use it like a musical punching bag kind of thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. Now, let me see. What was the first songs that you learned, or what were you listening to that inspired you?
Black Sabbath. I also really like disco. I mean, actually, believe it or not, in the early those early '80s, there was a lot of rap and disco going on in New York, and so I started listening to like Run DMC, Rapper's Delight. What was that Grandmaster Flash?
Yes.
And then, of course, heavy metal music, Black Sabbath, and then from there it was Iron Maiden, Metallica, you name it. And then, of course, Slayer and all that stuff. The first songs was when I was in junior high school. Actually, I was in the junior high school band and learned a few songs. That was pretty fun.
So you started out in high school band,
junior,
and things like that. Junior, yeah.
Junior high, yeah.
Oh, junior high. Okay.
Yeah,
Were you in a marching band as well in high school?
No, not marching. Not marching. It's just got the regular big band.
So you've had a wide
horn
genre of
section.
different tastes, though. So you probably played some jazz drums a little bit.
Not really jazz.
No? Okay.
No. But a lot of other stuff.
Okay. Well, what are some of your fondest memories of things that you've done in the past musically?
Well, I have to say my years in White Zombie.
Yeah?
That was I started that band off 1985, 86. We took it from the ground up, my mom's basement, and
Oh my gosh,
some
that's
of the best
awesome.
some of the best memories was the later days touring the United States, playing along with Pantera, and touring Europe was pretty amazing. I have to say, going out there is just like a window into the past.
Wow.
Just all the architecture, the streets of Germany and
Sure.
bars out there.
They probably have like centuries old buildings, and we have like 20, 30-year-old buildings here. So,
Exactly. So
Yeah.
you walk on those streets and you just feel the energy of so much history there. But I gotta say, sharing the stage with Pantera and Slayer.
I know, that's amazing.
That's because I influences, and
Yeah.
there I am,
Synergy.
I
Yeah.
play my show with White Zombie, and then next up is Pantera. Like, yeah.
That had
Hanging
to
out
be...
backstage with those guys was fun. Oh man,
can
Dimebag
imagine.
Darrell, rest in peace, man. That guy, I loved him. He's great. He grabbed me by my neck and just took me backstage. He's like, "Come on, let's go hang out,"
Wow, I can actually, I can imagine. That's really amazing. Definitely.
Yeah, so that's I got it. That's definitely the best memories.
Okay. What kind of music are you listening to like nowadays?
Nowadays, it's a wide range of stuff.
We can come back to that.
Electric Wizard.
Oh yeah?
Oh, those guys are crazy, awesome. They're like a total Sabbathy, heavy groove band. And then I like going back to my roots all the time.
Oh,
Because,
sure.
nothing like the Beastie Boys. And I don't know why I just keep on, I guess, you hit a certain point where you know what you want to listen to when you're
Sure.
like, doing a project around the house or something.
You got your favorites.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, now I think it's inspirational just to hear things like I started in my mom's garage and, then that became White Zombie and things like that. What would you tell young people or just anyone who's in their garage right now? What kind of advice do you have for them?
Well, actually, it's my mom's basement.
Basement, sorry.
I guess, what's the difference anyway?
Sure.
But it was below ground, so it was always
Okay.
fun going, because the basements in Brooklyn are, it's an old brownstone.
Sure.
We painted the walls with splattered red paint, like with blood, and just ridiculous. Anyway, now the question, what would
Advice
I would give to
for
bands?
people who, just for like people who, let's say, go back to when you were starting in the basement, and what would you have wanted to hear from someone?
Never
you know what I mean?
give up is one of the things, critical things
Yeah.
you gotta, because too many musicians, too many artists, they give up too fast. They think it's not going to work out. They don't believe in themselves or something. Believe in yourself. Go deeper. Go deeper. Stick to your guns. Don't second guess. Stop
Sure.
listening to the media. Stop listening to what's already out there.
Awesome.
Because when you keep listening to what's out there and think that's not what's going to make it. You might be. You'll always be one step behind them.
Yeah.
You can take something and reinvent it, but really stick to your heart.
Yeah. Like if you know something's awesome. See, I think that's really
feel it.
that's
Feel
good
it.
information.
Really feel it.
I think that's a great point. I've myself, I've talked to people and they're like I'm doing the Northwest Comic Fest soon, and I've said, I'm thinking about doing a comic festival and everything, and people are like, start small in a little, area, which is a couple people swapping comic books, and I go, no, I'm going to start huge, and it's just going to be epic. So it's like that. It's just, if you know inside
Exactly.
right thing, you just do it.
Yeah. Because there's no right or wrong. It's about following your heart.
Yeah.
That's it. Because some people could just jump out, big.
Yeah.
But if you are not sure about taking that route and you feel like you want to go a different route, go that.
Yeah, it's like internally you already know. I think inside people kind of already know the right thing to do.
And no fear.
You just got to listen to it.
And no fear.
Yeah.
People are like, I see a lot of, they're afraid of what people are going to think of them. Like oh, it's not gonna, no one's gonna show up, or everyone's gonna think it's weird or something, or no, if you like it, then
You're right. Yeah.
It could be huge.
So I hope this is helping you, John.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Individuality is huge, I think. Like people who have made it to the top, they have their influences, but they always do their own thing.
You do
well.
your own thing. Yeah.
I do, yeah, I guess.
Yeah. That's right.
Well, what's going on with you right now? What kind of things are in the works?
I just painted my daughter Azalea's room. Azalea, she's out there, my daughter. I just painted her room. It looks really cool.
Hi. Yeah, she
like
can. She
3
can
different
say
colors.
hello or something.
And
Cool.
but as far as outside of I got Audrey as well, my daughter.
Hello.
I'm doing virtual sessions actually out of my own recording studio. I have my own recording studio in my basement right now. The studio's called Burning Sound Studios, and
is there a place where people can get more information about Burning Sound Studios?
Actually, my website, ivandeprume.com.
Okay. Cool.
And I've had some awesome bands recently. Just finished up a girl, Victoria Love. She's under the name Jamail. Check her out. She's got an album coming out on, actually got it right here, June 26th. It's produced by Roz out of Austin, Texas. And it's a self-titled debut album.
Okay.
Called Jamail. And also I've been working with another release, Akamina. This is a doom metal, pretty heavy stuff.
Doom metal.
Yeah, pretty
Sounds
crazy.
awesome.
It's a real slow down, heavy, dark stuff.
I'm gonna have to hear that.
Well, we could play a track of Jamail if you want to throw it on there.
Sure. Okay.
And and local bands, they come out to my studio. We've had Toxic Zombie, local artists. I don't know if they've
So
been on the
bands
show.
should contact you, and then they should talk to you about working on.
Yeah. American Roulette is another local band. We just did an album. So any local bands out there that want me to, give it my flavor, I can produce the stuff.
Okay.
I can drum for your project.
I think that's all we got.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's all we got, man. Yeah,
So
check it out.
Ivan's website, and we'll see you soon.
Hey, thank you for having us.
Thanks for
you
being
having
on.
me on the show, man.
Great time.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Thank you to Downtown Salem's own Northwest Comic Gallery for the spectacular gift cards. We appreciate that on Northwest Comic Show. Thank you, Ryan Alonso with Alonso Art, for the beautiful prints.